there, welcome back again to my channel. So today we are going to be checking together. These are 6 things that nobody does better than Poland people.
In some weeks, I am about to celebrate my 8th year being married to a Polish woman. It's been a fantastic journey.
Wow.
We've had so much fun, and I've learned so much because you see, we come from 2 distinctly different cultures. In these 8 years, I've been honored to get to know Poland, its people, their customs, traditions, and culture. And I've been fortunate enough to have been there so many times that by now, I think I have a deep understanding of who Polish people are. And during my interactions and observations, I've noticed that there are some things that simply nobody does better than them. So today I'm gonna tell you 6 things that nobody does better. Have you seen some Polish groups on Facebook? Or have you read the comment section on some Polish-related videos on YouTube? Man, there are some brutal arguments there. You know what? I'll invite you to go to Reakcja and just go and read some of the threads. They're really long and actually quite thorough. And that is something that originally surprised me a lot. And I don't think so many people can do quite as good as Polish people, which is they know how to argue, and they know how to argue really well. They are relentless.
Oh my goodness, yeah, I find this so hilarious. I wasn't expecting this at all. I know argument isn't really a bad thing. You just you just 2 people trying to prove a point to each other. Yeah, that is the whole concept of argument. And knowing Polish people argue that well. Okay.
Quote studies, percentages. They will even go to scientific papers in order to prove their point and win the argument. Oh, and beware, they're not superficial. They really expand on their opinion of the subject that is being discussed. But you know what? It can get really crass sometimes. And I really don't like that. I've read some pretty disrespectful comments, and I believe there's no need for that. We can have an argument with different points of view without having to cut each other's throat. But what can you do? Poles are really fiery people. And when they get going, they really get going. Latinos have a different way of arguing.
I'm so sorry, yeah, but I know one thing for sure. Polish people are very willful people. They are very they are relentless, as I earlier said in the video, because looking through their history, you can actually tell from them, and that's actually one of the traits they have. So going to an argument with them, they will actually stay there till to get where they're coming from or their own point of view. And it's a thing, actually.
We're also heated arguers, and for sure you're going to hear 2 Latinos yelling at each other when they're having a quarrel, but we're also more dismissive. We're going to pretend like we don't care, yeah, da-da-da-da-da, we don't mind, do your thing, leave me alone. But Polish people are not like that. They take it as if it's a personal attack on who they are, and they're not going to let it go. It's not going to be like, you know, you have your way of thinking, I have mine, you know, let's just shake on it. No, this is going to drag for, you know, hours arguing, trying to prove each other wrong. That being said, arguments are not only negative. Sometimes there's a debate where people are just exposing their opinions on a subject that is relevant or interesting. And in that case, Polish people are fantastic arguers.
Wow. Surviving, for sure.
We know Polish history. I've talked about it on previous episodes. But it's never a bad opportunity to remember, to never forget. Poland was the first nation to stand up to Nazi Germany and to Hitler. And then shortly after, it was invaded by the Soviet Union, and for a while, it was fighting both of those big monsters at the same time. And of course, how to forget that for more than 100 years, their nation stopped existing altogether. And during this time, they were still fighting. Their spirit was still alive. It was still very much alive. Throughout history, they've had to learn how to survive, how to preserve the essence of what it is to be Polish. Their traditions get shared between generations with the utmost precision, pride, and honor. A simple recipe, a famous saying, some mannerisms, or a moral guidebook gets handed down from one proud Pole to another. I've learned that Polish people are courageous. They're fighters. They are survivors, having endured so much. And yet here we are, 2021, and Poland is a thriving nation, waving its white and red colors with pride.
Yeah. Yes, like
self-deprecating humor. Where I come from, this is not common at all. As a matter of fact, it's viewed wrong. I don't know if it's in the whole Latin America or in Dominican Republic. Maybe my other Latino viewers can tell me how it is in your countries. But believe me, guys, in Dominican Republic, if you have too many self-deprecating jokes, or at least even one, people think you are depressed and you're sad, because otherwise, why would you talk like that about yourself? I remember when
about
Carolina
yourself,
moved to Dominican Republic with me. At the beginning, we started meeting with friends and family, and of course, her being Polish, who are masters at self-deprecating humor, people would immediately feel bad for her. They were like, oh, don't say that about yourself. They just did not get the joke. It's very hard for us to understand.
Oh yeah, I totally get that. Like making joke or saying something you actually very insecure about yourself, and other people actually are not seeing it like that, or they feel like you should actually be secure about this thing, so other people won't view it in the wrong way or see it the way you are saying. Yeah, it actually deals with a lot of confidence and
Why would someone make a joke at their own expense, whereas Poles are witty and clever when it comes to making jokes about themselves? And believe me guys, this is an art form at this point. They have it down to a T, and I believe the reason is because it comes from a place of humbleness. They don't like to boast, they don't like to brag. Granted, I've read and I've heard some comments that are a little bit too self-deprecating for my taste, but as a general rule, it's not like that. They're actually quite funny when they make comments like that at their own expense. If there's one thing that the Polacos are well known for here in the UK, is their work ethic. They're extremely hardworking, and I believe this is because of old-fashioned manners. They are brought up by their parents and their grandparents to understand that respect is given and earned, and a big way to earn that respect is by working hard and doing your job well. Their endurance is famous and their tenacity is unmatched. Usually they don't have to be told to do something. If there's something that needs to be done, they're gonna do it. If they don't know exactly how to, they're gonna find a way. They will stick to something until it's done to the best of their abilities, and they don't quit even if the workload becomes. So the question is, are Polish people stubborn or they're just persistent? What is your opinion? Tell me in the comment box below. If you're Polish, tell me what you think about.
I think stubbornness and persistency. Stubbornness is actually used when you are being persistent in negative light for me, and being persistent feels like in the right light. I don't know. Well, I think stubbornness and persistency actually strive the same way.
Yourself,
I'm not so sure, but I don't
if you
think so.
are married or dating or friends with a Pole, what is your opinion? That's a tough one, isn't it? The definition of stubbornness reads as follows: a dogged determination not to change one's attitude or position on something. Let's read that again. A dogged determination not to change one's attitude or position on something. In my humble opinion, and once again, just based on my personal detailed observation, I do think that Poles are stubborn. When they choose their position on a given matter, it's almost as if it's written on cement. It's a blind belief that this is the way things are, and nothing is gonna make them change their mind. Let me tell you, it's actually pretty funny. Sometimes you can see a little glimmer in their eye, like they're thinking, maybe I am not 100% correct. But the outer shell, intact, unbroken. Their position, exactly the same. I found an interesting comment online that I want to read to you guys, and I want to invite my Polish viewers to comment on this, because I think this was written by a Pole. Polish people are obstinate, headstrong, willful, strong-willed, self-willed, bull-headed, difficult, contrary, recalcitrant, refractory, firm, adamant, resolute, inflexible, iron-willed, uncompromising, uncooperative, unaccommodating, unbending. But only when circumstances call for it. That is brilliant.
Yeah. Know it all.
I was recently talking to a buddy of mine who is also married to a Polish woman, whose identity I'll keep private just to protect the innocent. But I said to him, hey man, you're also immersed in this Polish culture thing, you have Polish friends and, the vibe, same as me. I know you like many things from Poland, but do you have anything that you really don't like? And his answer, almost without hesitation, was, I cannot stand how they always want to correct you on every little thing, and they always think they're right. Yes, it's true. Albeit I'll say, it's not everyone. I know Polacos who are very good at listening and taking your opinions into consideration and actually not trying to correct you all of the time. Having said that, I think it's a little bit of a character trait. Remember how I said that Polish people know how to argue and their arguments are pretty heated? Well, I think that's the reason. I think they're always trying to somehow, some way impose their opinion and their knowledge upon others.
Yeah.
So if you have some Polish friends and they're giving you a little bit of a hard time with this, you know what? Sit back, chillax, grab a beer, and understand that this is just part of who they are. Unless you're married to a Polish person and they're never wrong, you are never right, and in that case, ja pierd. Boom! That's all, guys. That's the end of the episode. I hope you liked it. If you agree with me on these things, please give us a thumbs up, comment below your opinions on this, and share this with a Polish person or someone that is with a Polish person, okay? See you next week. Bye-bye.
I wasn't expecting this point to actually give, yeah, to be very honest. Especially when he said Polish people they know how to argue. I wasn't expecting it, yeah. Quite alright. There's this video I did and she said, okay, leave that aside. So yeah, the fact they know how to argue, they are stubborn, they know it's da 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 da. I wasn't expecting all of those things. I was thinking this video was going to be more of their work and more of history, but it feels like it's more of the personal stuff, like who they actually are. And knowing all of these stuffs and knowing all of these traits is actually a good thing, because if I should say Polish or make a Polish friend one day, I'll know how to, to know, okay, yeah, this is a trait, this is the lifestyle. Although I'm not 100% sure with all these details, probably the people he has met so far, but I would love you guys to let me know in comment section if all of these things said is actually correct. And most of the points listed there actually is actually very universal. Some people are like that regardless of the country or the cultural place they are from. It's just who they are as a person, and you have to be accommodating with all of these things. Although it's not a baggage, I'm not saying it's a baggage, but it's just a trait. And let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. Please do not forget to like, subscribe to my channel. Also feel free to use the buy me coffee link below. That's one way you can support me. I'll see you guys on my next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay blessed. I love you all so much. Bye.